So last week we started from 214 to 223. So let's do a quick recap. Would invite anyone to start from this verse, just a translation and few main points.
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
O son of O son of Kunti, the non-permanent appearance of happiness and distress, and their disappearance in due course, are like the appearance and disappearance of winter and summer seasons. They arise from sense perception. What is that, Prabhuji? What word is
So
that?
Iskion of
Iskiyam,
Bharata.
O Bharata, and one must learn to tolerate them without being disturbed. Krishna.
You want to say a few main points, Mataji? You can pick up some
Yeah.
Sanskrit words.
Matra is Pashatu, sensory perception,
Mm-hmm.
Konteya, Shitoshna Sukha Dukha. Konteya, O son of Kunti, Shishna is winter, Ushna is summer, Sukha happiness, Dukha and pain. I'm just reading Prabhuji meaning of that word, but in brief, Sri Bhagavan is telling to Arjuna that nothing is permanent in this world.
Mm-hmm.
If happiness is there, so distress will also come. It is like when winter goes, summer comes. So you should be, and it happens because you feel happiness and sadness because of the sense gratification
Sense perception, you can
and
say.
perception. And so you should learn how to tolerate it. And you should not be disturbed because one will go and second thing will come. That is in brief, I understand.
Yeah. No, thank you, Mata. Thank you. Very nice. Someone else can explain what is the Sita Ushna. So Mataji has already explained a little bit.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
So, Sita is physical inconvenience, Ushna is convenience. So, you had given the example of warm reception and cold reception, how somebody greets you very nicely, that's warm, then it's cold. So, they say that Sitoshna on a physical level is the inconveniences that one faces, and Agama Apaino. So, Agama means recurring, Apaina is disappearing. And then Krishna is giving an instruction to Arjuna that tam stitik shasva bharata, that you have to tolerate this. So Sitoshna, inconvenience and convenience, happiness and distress, sukha dukkha. That's also Sitoshna is the physical way of perceiving, conveniences, inconveniences. Dukkhada, sukha dukkhada is the mental level where some inconvenience can happen, but depends on how we perceive it. So both physical and mental inconveniences and conveniences are reoccurring and disappearing. And that's why tam stitik shasva bharata. One should tolerate, you should tolerate that,
Thank you.
Arjuna.
Very nice, Prabhuji. Thank you, Ayush Prabhuji. Very nice. Can someone give an example of what Ayush Prabhu just explained? So he has explained warm and cold reception. Prabhupada gave one example in this regard. What is Sita and Ushna, for example? Or you can give any example. It doesn't have to be that one only. On a practical life, how do we understand? So Prabhuji said, yeah, please.
So Prabhuji, let's say, for example, if we visit somebody's house, let's say a devotee friend, and cold reception would be the case where they just formally they don't want to welcome us, but they sort of have to. And their behavior is very improper. They are very ignorant of us, and internally they're wishing that we might just leave.
Yeah.
So that's cold reception, where they make you feel unwelcome.
Yeah.
And warm reception is when you visit a devotee's house who's a very good friend of yours, and he a very bright smile comes on his face, and he feeds you well. So these situations are very fluctuating, and one can come across these situations multiple times. So we should not feel overly excited when somebody receives us warmly. And
Yeah.
at the same time, we should not be very upset if we receive a cold reception.
Very good. Thank you.
Mhm.
Prabhu, can you expand this discussion to next level to go to Sukha and Dukkha? So Sita and Ishra, everyone is, I think, clear. How do you expand this into the further Sukha and Dukkha? Take the same example, just
Yeah.
expand on it.
So Prabhuji, if I'm being given cold reception, then that will naturally lead to dukkha.
Yeah.
Dukkha will arise from that because
Yeah.
I'll become sad because of that, of the person's behavior,
Thank
and
you.
I'll become sad.
Yeah.
At the same time, if somebody receives me very well, then I will become very joyful,
Sukha.
and very yeah. So sukha will arise from that.
Yeah.
One
Good.
thing is leading to another.
Yeah.
But the temporary nature of all the four things does not cease to exist. They're
Yeah.
all temporary.
Yeah. Now
So
just look at another level as well.
yeah,
So we understand Sita and Ushna. In this example, we understand Sukha and Dukkha. Now
yeah.
let's analyze a little bit more. If someone offered you a seat, for example, and a glass of water, you may feel, oh, this is a very warm reception, nothing to eat, no prasadam here. Huh? You may feel dukkha about it.
Mm.
Another person comes, and when he receives a seating place and I smile on a devotee's face and a glass of water, he can feel sukha about it, isn't it?
Yes.
So sukha and dukkha is based on our definition, our
Yes.
expectation from next one. And that's what Krishna is saying. So it's not sukha and dukkha. The glass of water can make someone dukhi or
Yeah.
someone sukhi, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
So if a person was not expecting anything, suppose a beggar comes to your house and you offer him a glass of water, actually he will feel very sukhi. Thank you, my dear master, you have offered me a glass of water. But when we have a lot of pride in us and we have a lot of expectation from others, and when we arrive to his or her house and they just offer a glass of water, we will feel dukkha. Arey,
Mm.
they're not doing anything for me. Huh? I've come from so far.
सिर्फ
So
पानी पिला
this
के भेज दिया.
पानी पिला के भेज दिया और कभी कभी word बोल के it says in English, some people bring happiness when they come, some people bring happiness when they leave.
Mm.
So make sure we are not in the second category. So when you are hosting someone, for example, you should make sure you give a very, very warm reception as best in your situation. Bhishma was giving the best reception when he was on the bed of arrows by blinking his eyes sometime. He could not even lift his hand.
Mm.
Parikshit, when he was listening the katha from Shukdev Goswami, he is also actually welcoming all the sages. It's written in Bhagavatam. Bhishma Pitama is welcoming. So your situation should not stop you to follow the etiquette. Bhishma is on bed of arrows. What worse situation anyone can have? Worse than Bhishma? You may say, oh, I'm sick, this and that. No. Once Prabhupada received a Mayavadi sannyasi in America, Prabhupada was very sick. He had not gotten up from bed for a few days. But this Mayavadi sannyasi came, so Prabhupada got up and sat on his bed. When he was leaving, Prabhupada came till the door. So other disciples later asked, Prabhupada, you're so sick, you didn't have to. He said, yes, I didn't have to, but he's a sannyasi. Although he's a Mayavadi sannyasi, we disagree in philosophy, but a human culture should always be maintained. Always. He's your enemy, but he has come. Even Duryodhan, when Arjun came to ask for 5 arrows, I'll not go in the story there, Duryodhan welcomed Arjun and he said, what do you want? You want to stop the war? I can give you the whole kingdom in arms. Arjun said, I don't need kingdom in arms. I just want you to fulfill your words, which you gave me 13 years ago. He said, yes, tell me which word. He said, in Kamyavan, you promised me you'll give me anything. Just give me those 5 arrows. Kingdom I will win in the war field. So I don't need the arms on that. So basically, the point which I'm trying to make here, our human culture, human etiquette, Vaishnava etiquette, is, if possible, should always be maintained. And we should try. Radhanath Maharaj once was visiting some place in UK. Anyway, so it's a non-devotee place. Maharaj was visiting to give a talk or something. Anyway, so the host there was taking Maharaj around and showing the whole thing. And Maharaj was always smiling, very nice, very nice, very nice. And there were many, many things which were not so nice. So other devotees were also with them, with Maharaj. Anyway, Maharaj once was hosting an international yoga seminar. I was there actually in Vada that year. And Maharaj was visiting around. Gauranga Prabhu was in super tension. And Maharaj was picking up even the smallest thing which could have been corrected, could have been improved. So Gauranga Prabhu's, when we went to UK, there were so many wrong things. You did not say even one word. You were just smiling all the time. And now you are even picking up a small things. Why is that, Maharaj? He was curious. Maharaj said very, very nice thing. Maharaj said, when I'm a guest, I always smile. So I never find fault when I'm a guest. But when I'm a host, I find fault with everything. That should be the Vaishnava nature. Ours is exactly opposite. When we are hosts, we say, chalega. Anything is chalega. When we go to someone's house, Arey, this is also not good, that is also not good. Look at the sabji, look at the puris. They are like hard like a rock. Look at there's no cleanliness in the house. Look at the deities, not even one flower is there. No, it should be other way. When we are host, we try to do as best as possible. Our capacity can be very, very low, but try to do as best as possible. But when we are guest, try to tolerate everything. Then you do your guest dharma. When someone comes to your house, you do your host dharma. So that's a very nice thing. And regardless, this sukha and dukha should be understood properly. This is our perception only. One glass of water can make you very happy or can make you very, very sad. So that's why Krishna is saying anything your sense perception, matra is sparsha is touch, matra is senses, sense objects. So when our senses will touch with sense objects, they will produce either sukha or dukkha. So this is because our mental perception, don't bother about it, don't bother about it. One more important thing of this verse, the two types of verses we have read in Bhagavad Gita. One is just educational verses, instructional verses. The first instruction given in Bhagavad Gita by Krishna to Arjuna is Tam stitiksha sava bharata. Titiksha sava bharata. So if we tolerate, um, not everything can be tolerated, but in general, we become very intolerant towards many, many things. So if we tolerate the things many times, small things can remain small. Sometimes small things become big. So it's a very good learning here. Supriya Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, I
Hare
just want
Krishna.
to add a
Sure.
line. So I work in supermarket.
Uh-huh.
So when I try to help some customer, they are like, no, why did you touch my things? Don't understand? I will scan by myself. And some are, then I feel, oh, next one will say something. And he said, oh, yes, if you want, you can do. So
Yeah.
this is Sukha and
Yes,
Dukha 10
absolutely.
times in a day.
Absolutely. Very, very good example. Very practical example. So sometimes when dealing with others, the same dealing we'll do. One person will be very happy with us, another person will be very dukhi with us. So yeah, it happens. So, but we should always try to treat everyone equally in a very smiling way, and whatever capacities are possible. It's a very nice verse. We can have actually a lot of discussion on this verse. Um, what should we tolerate, what we should not tolerate. There's a whole discussion. Acharyas have given so much commentary on this verse, especially Baldev Vidyabhushan and Ramanujacharya. We just don't have enough time here. We'll go to the next one. 215. Someone else can do.
I'll do it,
Shall I read,
Prabhu.
Prabhu?
Yes, yes. Anyone?
O best among men, Arjuna, the person who is not disturbed by happiness and distress and is steady in both is certainly eligible for liberation. Pardon me. Here, I believe Krishna is telling Arjuna again that just like we earlier discussed in the previous verse, that it's the same as being able to tolerate and not being on the sensory level and being at the self-realized level that yes, whether it's happiness or distress, whatever we have to do in terms of our duty, we need to continue to do that, whether it's a distressful situation or a situation of happiness.
Um,
And a person who is able to tolerate both and continues to do his devotional service in any circumstances is considered to be a liberated soul, or is qualified to be liberated.
Okay, or what we can say, Prabhu, just connecting back from 214 to 215. 214 saying tolerate. Now Arjun may ask Krishna, so what will I get if I tolerate? So Krishna describes the fruit of tolerance in the verse 215. So if you keep tolerating, because we always ask, Hame kya milega? What do I get? So what do you get? Krishna says that's described here. So what do you get? So amrit tattvaya kalpate. Amritatva, you become eligible for liberation. Amrit. Amrita means
Yes.
no Amrita. Some
Thank you.
Samsung SM, maybe stop scribbling on the screen. It distracts. And also, please put your actual name, otherwise, you won't get the attendance although you are here. Because it's all automated by the system. No one is looking at your photo and writing your name. It's all by Zoom. So if you have Samsung there, you will not get your attendance marked. So please put your actual name. Okay, so sama dukkha sukham dhiram. So as Anand Prabhuji said, so sama refers to. Also, I'm expecting all of you, when you do the revision, try to connect with the previous verse, give some significance of the verse, read the translation, and pick up some Sanskrit words. Not everyone, but you can pick up vyathyante te. So vyatha is a Hindi word. So this is how we learn basically the words. So purusham purushar shabha. What does purushar shabha mean? What does sama here mean? What does sama mean? Sama is a very, very important word in this verse. Sama. English sound. You can read from Prabhupada. That's
Study, unaltered
study.
study, who will not be disturbed by
Yes.
any sukha or dukkha.
Thank you, Mata. So we should be sama. Are we sama mostly, Mataji? Maybe you are sama.
No, no, Prabhuji, not at all.
Then Prabhuji must be sama. No, very difficult, very, very difficult. So we are literally reading these verses, and Krishna is talking to all of us. We should try. We will fail. That's not a problem. We all fail. I fail 100 times a day. But the point is, meditate on these verses. No, I should be sama. Huh? Last time I got disturbed. Maybe today I'll try. Maybe for next 1 hour I'll be sama. So with the sukha come, as Upendra Prabhu was saying, don't become overexcited. Yay, mil gaya. Okay, just wait. Another one will be gone. My Guru Maharaj used to say, you win something, you lose something. This is always the policy in life. You cannot have both. Win-win situation. Huh? So you win something, you lose. You get a good job, you have to spend a lot of hours in the job. Huh? So there's something which will their conditions applies. Material world, there's no pure sukha here. Huh? So, Vyatha Purusham Purushar Shabha. What does Purushar Shabha mean? And why Krishna is using this word? Whom he is using this word for? Anyone?
Arjuna.
Arjun?
Okay, Arjun, thank you. That's very obvious.
Yeah.
Why he is called as Purushar Shabha?
He's best among men, which means that he's a devotee of Krishna and he has got the knowledge, I believe, of
So,
right and wrong.
so
Yeah.
at this stage, let's not take Arjun as devotee. We're just Krishna and Arjun is having conversation, and let's put ourselves here. So if we want to become Purushar Shabha, the best among the men, not just the men or women, same. If we want to become best, what's the definition as per this verse? One definition is there in this verse. This is for all of us. Third line. Steady. So if you become steady, if you start to learn being steady in life, whether sukha come or dukkha come, and sukha dukkha is our own perception. It's not the eternal. So one thing will give sukha to one person, dukkha to another person. If you lose $100 while you're walking on the street, Anand Prabhu will feel sukha or dukkha?
Obviously, yeah.
Dukkha. I'll feel dukkha. No doubt about it. But a person who finds it, he'll feel sukha or dukkha.
He'll be
So
happy.
thank you, Krishna. So same one instance will make one person happy, another person unhappy. This happens everywhere. A thief steals some money from someone. He feels very sukha. Huh? But the person who has lost it feels dukkha. So everywhere you win something, you lose something. But if you are steady in life, you study as much as possible, you will become Purushashva. This is the message of the verse. And you become eligible for liberation. तत्तेनुकाम्पा सुसमीक्षमाणो भुंजान एव आत्म कृतं विपाको जीवेत yamukti pade sadai. Bhagwan Brahma ji saying 10:14:8 that if you tolerate the situations in life, you become eligible for liberation. Jivet means while you are living, mukti pade sadai bhag, you inherit that right to become liberated. And that's what we are looking for. So again, things will disturb. When Draupadi was attempted to get disturbed, Draupadi was disturbed. But when Abhimanyu died, Arjun was disturbed. But that disturbance did not stop their further actions in pleasing Krishna. You understand? So we all will become disturbed. If someone is beating us, we'll get disturbed. We'll get some anger. We'll get some negative emotions. That's obvious. But those negative emotions should not stop us to do further seva. आज बहुत बुरा हो गया, कल हम मंदिर नहीं जाएंगे. No, if you can go to temple, you should go to temple. You should, if you cannot go to temple, increase your rounds. Huh? So आज बुरा हुआ, या आज अच्छा हो गया, कल पार्टी है. Yes, go for party. Radha Gopinath temple, Radha Shyamsundar temple. You go for party, no problem. We have party every day, 6 times a day. You go, Radha Gopinath eats 6 times a day, and big Mahaprasad plate comes out. 6 or 7 times he eat, huh? So we're not against party, but yeah, in a right way. So some dukha sukham dhiram. Yes, Supriya Mataji.
प्रभु जी इसमें भी
Yes,
आपने
Karan.
बोला पुरुष ऋषभ,
हाँ.
तो ये अगर हम लास्ट वाले श्लोका में जैसे उन्होंने भगवान जी ने उनको बोला यू आर द सन ऑफ कुंती एंड यू आर आल्सो अ डिसेंडेंट ऑफ भारत.
Yes,
तो इससे भी रिलेट कर सकते हैं कि ही वाज द बेस्ट अमंग्स, कि वो बेस्ट
absolutely.
डायनेस्टी से था.
Yeah. So very good point, Mother. As I said, 214 is just filled with. We can have a 2-3 hour seminar on 214. So Mataji made a very good point. So I'll just show the verse for everyone's benefit. So Arjun has been given two titles here, Kaunteya and Bharata. Now, if you look at this from material perspective, they are the name of material people like Kunti Marani, and Bharata. But actually, they are great devotees. And by reminding Arjuna with those names, you are Bharat, Bharat ke Vanshi, descendants of Bharat Maharaj, great devotee. Kunti Rani, Kunti Devi, great devotee of Lord. So by reminding with the word Kaunteya and Bharata, Arjun, or all of us, you can say in that sense, is getting reminded of. Sometimes we may say, okay, I'm a Brahman. Sometimes we may say, but if you are really acting on a Brahmana level, it can save us to do something which we are not supposed to do, isn't it? Because we may say, oh, Prabhuji, you belong to such a good family. How can you do such a thing, isn't it? Many times some Indian students come from India to Australia and they become Australian. And then someone sees them after 2 years. Arey, Prabhuji, aap to India mein, you belong to such a good family. Remember your parents. Remember the great things which your parents and grandparents have done. So that sometimes actually is good. Although it's a material identity, but if it stops you to do something bad, is it good or bad? It's good.
It's good.
Right? Whatever helps us to stop us going on that path. So here in this case, not only they are great kings and there's a great queen, they're also great devotees. So coming back to Garima Mataji's point, yes, anything which reminds us of Krishna. When you read Kunti Maharani's name, what do you remember? Vipada Shantuta Shashvat Tatra Tatra Jagat Guru Bhavato Darshanam Yathasad Apunara Bhavadarshanam, the only devotee in whole Srimad Bhagavatam, probably in the existence, is asking for Vipada. We are all want Sukha Sampati Ghare Ave Kashta Mite Tanaka. I'm not sure how many of you still sing it, but with all due respect, there's nothing wrong in this song. But the depth, if you see, you can ask for Sukha from Krishna. Krishna says, Chaturveda Bhajante Mam Jana Sukhna Arjun, Arto Jigyasu Artharthi. So Arto is a category. That's fine. But if that's the only prayer to Krishna, our Acharya says, that's not very nice. Huh? You only want Sukha, Sukha, Sukha. Huh? So leave it to Krishna. You do your best and leave the rest. Huh? So coming back to topic, yes, so Kaunteya, Bharata is a very nice, honorable words here, which are reminding Arjuna of their great dynasty and the great devotion which their ancestors or mother have done. And because he comes to such a great dynasty, he has power to become best. He is not a normal person. Although the situations are very choking, but you are actually one of the best. And what makes you the best? Samadukha sukham dhiram. So that is for this life. What will happen after life? So amritatvaya kalpate. So after life, you'll become eligible for liberation. So win-win situation, no lose-lose situation. Is that okay, Garba Mataji? Yeah, okay. Supriya Mataji?
Prabhuji, again, I want to add something.
Please.
When I was in India, so our Shiksha Guru allowed us to distribute books. And they said to us, when you will go and people will say, no, I don't want to buy it. So your false ego will go away and you will get some bhakti. And
Yes.
if they buy it, so you should think that this is Prabhupada blessing. So when we went there and someone said, oh, I don't want to take it. So that was dukha. And if someone takes it, so that is sukha.
Yeah.
So that's an example.
Yeah. No, very nice. And book distribution and devotional service, that's actually transcendental sukha or dukkha. So when someone receives a book, that's a transcendental happiness as well, because this soul has an opportunity now to connect with Krishna. So it's, yeah, we have to see whether it's material sukha or spiritual sukha and dukkha. For a spirit, even so-called dukkha is also sukha. It says when gopis are separated from Krishna. So there's a sambhog and the viyog, but that viyog in our Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya at least is actually considered more than sambhog, more than meeting. So separation is more than meeting with Krishna. So in that sense, sukha and dukkha is also sukha. So coming back to Supriya Mataji's example, whether they take it or they don't, it's in that sense transcendental. Thank you, Mata. Upendra Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, just one question I had like since a long time. Did people actually like converse like this in Sanskrit? Like Arjuna and Krishna,
Yes.
they're actually, conversing in So
That's
was
Deva
was
Bhasha.
it a common like language of
Common
communication?
language. Yes, yes, Prabhuji. This is Deva Bhasha. So now we have not studied.
Yeah.
Similarly, Prabhu, I'm not sure whether you know German, for example. And you'll find German may be very difficult. Maybe, I don't know. Or a German person will find Hindi such a difficult language. But you'll feel, Hindi nahi aati. So, the simplest language in the whole creation, no? Like that. So it's a Deva Bhasha. Devatas always converse in that. But in Vrindavan, it says Krishna was conversing in Brij Bhasha.
Right.
So that's why Brijavasis, even today, they converse in that language. That's very respectable because Krishna has personally spoken in that. Just on that, my son was saying one day, asking the same question actually. He said, then it will be very difficult for me to survive there in the spiritual world because I don't know Sanskrit. Like, you will learn before you go there. Guru Maharaj said, whatever lackings we have, if our spiritual master desires, so that's the condition. If our spiritual master desire and we still have lacking, for example, we haven't done 100%, we are not 100% pure, we are only 70% pure, for example, Prabhupada said that. So we are 30% gap is there, right? If our spiritual master thinks in favor of us, he can give that 30% on the door. Suppose you only have 70 rupees, the ticket price is 100 rupees, for example, right? So you're lacking 30 rupees. So if your spiritual master desire, when you're on the ticket window in front of, Nanda and Sunanda, can I get inside? Your spiritual master say, come here, take this 30 rupees. Now buy your ticket. So our spiritual master is very, very kind. That's why we should never forget him. Or Prabhupada, if you don't have yet. Prabhupada is our spiritual master. Because of their mercy. Now, we don't even have 70 rupees, to be honest. We may have 7 rupees or something. Maybe all of you are great devotees. So Prabhupada is going to fulfill that gap of $93 or rupees, or our spiritual master. Same thing in that sense. They're both same tattva. So we are relying on that mercy. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, the only thing I'm made up of is mercy of Vaishnavas. It's not our buddhi, intelligence. It's not our how many marks I got in Bhakti Shastri exam. Good, you should have extra marks to please Krishna. That you have given me this seva. I'm trying to do this seva as the best of my capacity. But the underlying business is, are we pleasing Krishna or pleasing our ego? Chaitanya Prabhu give this example. One devotee was fasting every Ekadashi, Nirjala Ekadashi. I think Radhanath Maharaj said, not in front of that Vaishnava, separately, that sometimes our body may be fasting, but our ego is feasting. See, I am fasting every Ekadashi, Nirjala. You guys taking 3 times prasadam on Ekadashi. Very, very neophyte. I am. So don't do that. Respect everyone. If someone is eating, not eating, that's their personal preference. So make sure our ego is not feasting. You can have 3 times Ekadashi Prasad on Ekadashi there, that's okay. But don't let your ego feast that I am better than all these devotees. I can do 64 rounds. Nirjala Ekadashi. Look at these. They have been there for 12 years, Prabhuji. You still have no control over your tongue. If that happens, it's better to eat and don't offend anyone. Okay, Upendra Prabhu, is that the answer of your question?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, sometimes I go a little bit over, I guess. Let's go 216. Who can do? Should I start naming the Vaishnavas or Vaishnavis or just
Okay, I'll read Prabhu.
please.
Those who are seers of the truth have concluded that all of the non-existent, the material body, there is no endurance, and of the eternal, the soul, there is no change. This they have concluded by studying the nature of both. So this verse is a theory verse we discussed last week. It's saying that our soul is always eternal.
And the word which is used, Mataji, in the words, you can just pick up that Sanskrit word. You can read that synonym, that's fine. So na asato. So asata refers to non-existent. So sata word is there, Satchitanand, everyone knows this. Sata, Chitta and Anand. Sat means eternal. So asata refers to non-eternal. So na asata vidyate bhavo. Na bhavo vidyate sataha. So for sataha, it will always be vidyate, it always be there. Sata refers to soul here. But for body, that is asata, isn't it? Body is not eternal, body will die. If your body is today, whatever, 25, 30 year old, one day it will die. So, ubhyor api drashtontas tu anyas tattvadarshvi, the seers of the truth or great sages, they have concluded body will die, soul will always be there, eternal. Okay, let's move forward. Okay, let's take this one very quickly. Who can do? Salan Prabhu? Just tell me the qualities given in this verse. Whose qualities are given? And what are they? Sanskrit words. Prabhu, I can't hear you.
Am I audible, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji, you are audible.
Should I read the verse as well?
No, just for now. Yeah, I think we can. This is already 8 o'clock. So, what are the qualities given for and whose quality they are?
So,
this
Prabhu, here in this verse, the quality of soul is described,
Thank
basically.
you. Word
So,
Avinashi.
the first
Can you translate?
Avinasi is like undestructible.
Thank you. Sarvam idam. Sarvam. It is present everywhere. We'll talk about this word sarva later. More words for the soul qualities, Prabhuji.
The third line, abhyayas.
So can you break the word? Avyay. Vyay,
Abhyay.
kharch karna. Perishable.
Yes.
Like doodh, for
Imperishable.
example, you keep the milk outside, it's perishable, right? In few hours, it will start smelling. And some things are imperishable. You put your table outside, probably it will not die like doodh. Huh? So soul is imperishable. Huh? Na kaschit kartum arhati. What does this line mean, Prabhuji? The last line.
Na kastit kartum. It means it can't be destroyed.
No one can do this. No one can do this. Huh? No one can destroy the indestructible, imperishable. Huh? So basically, it's referring to Arjuna is saying, if you think you are going to destroy, you can't do it. Huh? So it's not naming Arjuna here. Okay, let's move forward. And this also Shweta Shatar Upanishad verse, which Prabhupada has quoted here in other references as well. Balagra Shadabhagasya Satata Kalpitasya Cha. So basically, what is the dimension Prabhupada giving as per the Upanishad? The soul dimension, Prabhupada giving 1/10,000 tip of the hair. Huh? So if you take your hair's tip, just a tip, and you cut that into 100 parts, and then each part into another 100 parts. So 10 to the power -4, actually, you can say. You're, I think, more adopted to that terminology, 10 to the power -4. That's the size of the soul, which means very, very tiny. And that soul runs the whole body. If that tiny part from your body, may be 100 kilo man or woman, but that tiny part runs your whole body. If that comes out with the super soul, you are done, finish. Okay, verse 18. Okay, someone else? Anyone? Yuvati Radha Mata? Just a quick one, Mataji. Just pick up some Sanskrit. Antavanta.
Perishable.
So Anta refers to? End.
End.
It will end. What will end, Mataji? What's the word in the first line? Sanskrit.
Deha.
Thank you. So deha will end. Deha means body. Body will end. Thank you, Mata. Next one. Nitya Soptaha Sharirinaha. Two words here.
Nitya.
One is the quality and one is the subject. What's the subject? So here the subject was deha. Quality is antavanta. So deha will die. Deha will finish. Anta. Sharirinaha. Shariri. Dehi.
Yeah, that's soul.
Body.
Yeah. But no, Dehi. Shariri. That's soul. Thank you, Mata. Huh? Anantru, it's not the deha is body.
Oh, that's
Dehi.
fine. Dehi is
So
the actual who is
which shlok has
embodied.
deha and dehi? Which shlok? Quickly, someone. Number 213. Thank you.
13.
He knows.
Shariri. Which verse has word shariri? Quickly. Quickly. सामने है screen पर 218. Still confused.
Embodied soul.
So they are referring to the same entity basically. What's the quality of the soul, Mataji? In the
Nitya.
second line.
Sorry.
Nitya. Body is anitya, soul is nitya, everlasting, permanent. Okay. And what are the other qualities, Yukti Mataji? Sanskrit word. I'll highlight.
Anashinaha
What does anashina means?
cannot be destroyed.
Nash, anash. Simple. Just try to learn. And the second word here is aprameyasya. So A is hidden here. Aprameyasya. So prameya refers to measuring. Aprameya, immeasurable. So from material calculation. Now you can say in the previous verse you have given a measurement. That measure is just to present how small it is. And this what is saying, because if you are taking your electronic microscope or something like that, nanoscope, you can't measure the soul. Okay, bring the soul in the slide and we'll look into it and we'll measure it. No, you can't measure. You can measure electrons and protons and neutrons and whatnot, but you cannot measure soul. It says aprameya. So because a spiritual element you are using, your measuring scales are material elements. From material elements you can't measure a spiritual element. Tasmad yuddhasya vibharata. What does this represent? The last line.
Please fight.
Please fight. So what sort of verse this becomes now? Instructional words. Instruction to Arjuna. So some are educational words, some are instructional words. So which was the previous instructional verse? Someone else, quickly.
214.
Thank you. Which is the next instructional verse after 214? Nandri Mata.
218.
Thank you. You didn't get confused now. What was the instruction in 214? Quickly, anyone?
Tam statik chasva bharatam.
Yes, Sanskriti bolte hain, Hindi to aati nahi. Thank you. All Pandits are here in this class. Thank you, Prabhuji. Tam tijiksa bharata. That means, can you translate Ayush Prabhu for layman people like me?
That you need to tolerate all inconveniences.
Not all, but yeah, many.
As
Yeah.
many as
We can discuss all later, but yeah. Okay, 218 says Tasmadi. What does Yuddha refers to for us? Anyone? Acharya Prabhu. Yuddha. So we are not doing Yuddha. At least I'm not sure if anyone of you in army somewhere. What does Yuddha refers to us?
Devotional service.
That's a Yuddha. That is a Yuddha. Fighting against Maya. Do your duties. We'll expand on this Yuddha word later, but Yuddha here for all of us, because these instructional verses should give instruction to us, right? What is relevant for us? So here Yuddha is perform your duties nicely. Now we'll explain on that Yuddha later. Okay, 219. Okay, we'll leave that one. Okay, very quickly, 220. Who wants to do that? Ram Santosh Prabhuji, like to do this? Can just pick up some Sanskrit words. Sorry. I think in one house they have two Zoom, so it happens. It's normal.
Prabhu, is it okay if you fix it for us? I just need...
Yeah, no problem, no problem. All good. Tunga Vidya Mataji, would you like to do quick Sanskrit?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Prabhu, I will read the sloka.
Mataji, we'll just pick up these Sanskrit words. Na jayate. What does na jayate mean?
Na jayate.
You can read Mataji. It's there. in front of. If you don't know, that's absolutely fine.
Neighbor take birth.
Thank you, Mata. Mriyate va kadachin. Who could Prasun Prabhu? Everyone should start reading these words. It may look hard, but it's very, very easy actually. We'll get used to it. Prasun Prabhu, are you able to hear me? Okay, maybe not. Sridhar, Srinivas Prabhuji. Okay, Prasun Prabhu is back.
Sorry, Prabhu, I missed it.
No problem. Prabhu, Mriyate va kadachin. What does it mean?
Niyate.
Mriyate mane marna, death. Huh? I don't know the Nepali word. In Hindi we call it mrityu, marna. Huh? So mriyate. So this na refers to jayate as well as to mriyate. Kadachin. Anytime. There's no such time like 2025, no soul will die. 2026, all the souls will die. No, nothing. Kadachin. Huh? Thank you. Nayam bhutva bhavita va na bhuya. Quick translation. Anyone? Premanand Prabhu. Nayam bhutva. Bhutva refers to bhutkal. Right? Bhutkal, everyone knows Bhutkal. भूतों का काल और भूतकाल.
Past tense.
Past tense. Thank you. Now we're speaking Bhavita. Present tense. Bhuyaha.
Future.
Sorry. Bhavita is will come into this. This is the future one, and Bhuyaha. This is the present tense. Okay. So Ajo refers to, who can say? Very easy word. Ajaha.
Unborn.
Ajanma.
A plus ja. Who said ajanma? So yeah, that's right. It's correct. It's not wrong. I'm saying start reading a plus ja. Ja refers to jayate. Janma karma chame divyam. Ja refers to janma. Aja, no janma. So Krishna is also aja. We are also, as a soul level, we are also aja. Nityaha. Read.
Eternal.
Eternal, thank you. Shashvat is also eternal. Prabhupada writes Nitya as eternal and Shashvat as permanent. Very, very close words. I am refers to this one. Purano, Keshav Prabhu, Puran.
It's Puran Prabhu. I'm at office Prabhu. Sorry, I cannot speak.
That's all right, no worries. Giriraj Prabhu, Puran.
Medieval, primeval.
Primeval, what does it mean? Layman
Primeval
language.
मतलब
सबसे पुराना.
सबसे पुराना.
सबसे पुराना. तो हम सब, we feel like I am younger. Actually, you're all purana. I am also.
The oldest.
Oldest.
The oldest.
Because soul age is exactly same. Your body is maybe 25, 30, 45, whatever. But your soul age is, all of us, Puranos. No young or oldies here. They're all Puran. Nahanyate hane mani sharir. What does this mean? Who can say quickly?
He's not killed and not to be like
When the
body is killed, he's not killed. Like soul is
Thank
not
you.
killed when the body is killed.
Sanskrit word, body के लिए क्या है इसमें? Fourth line. Sanskrit
शरीरे.
word. Thank you. Killing के लिए?
Na hanyate.
Hanyate. That's it. Hanyate is the word.
Sorry, hanyate.
Hata. Hanyate. That refers to killing. Na hanyate. Cannot be killed. Thank you. Sorry, I'm reading these verses with all of you so that you can start reading these verses like one by one, word by word. Okay, Vedna? Okay, that's it. We'll leave that one. 22 we'll do is very popular verse. Vasansi. Who wants to do this? Very popular verse. Quick one. Surekha Mata. Start from Sanskrit. Vasansi Jirnani.
Vashansi Jirnani
Vasansi?
is a Vastra.
Vastra? Thank you, Mata. Jirnani.
Jirnani मतलब फट जाता है.
Thank you. Very good. Yatha Vihai. Vihai.
Vihai is like giving up.
Thank you. Yatha Vihai as Navani. Navani सबको पता है. नया कपड़ा. Everyone loves it. Huh? Grahanati Mataji.
Grihanati.
ग्रहण करना.
Accept करना है.
Accept. Naro.
Man.
Man or woman. Same thing. Aparani.
Aparani. Others.
What you don't know, read it from here. That's absolutely
Others.
fine. Huh? Others, okay. Tatha Sharirani. What does this mean?
In the same way, Sharir.
Yep, Sharir. Vihaya Jirnani. Vihaya, give up. Jirnani, old. When Sharir becomes old, body becomes old. Jirnani. Vihaya, you give up. Anyani. Anya. Other.
Yes. Yeah.
Samyati. Grahanati. Samyati. It's the same thing. Navani. Navani bane?
New.
New, the same word, navani grihnati, navani here. Dehi.
Sharir.
Dehi.
Soul.
Soul. Thank you, Mata. So deh and dehi, we should always. Dehi, which previous verse has dehi word used? Quickly. Number?
18.
No?
13.
13.
13. 18 has which word for soul?
Shari.
Quickly.
Shariri.
Shariri. Okay, so shariri, dehi. Huh? It's not an exam thing. I'm just trying to, wake up in your mind, start picking up few words there. Okay, thank you. So this very clear verse. Let's 23. Did we do 23 last week?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
Amrit Prabhu,
No,
24.
Prabhuji.
Huh? Yes, okay.
Yes, sir.
Amrit Prabhu, 23. Sanskrit. Nainam Chindanti Shastrani. Very easy.
Okay. The Nainam
Nainam,
never.
cut the word. Na inam. Na inam. This one. What we are
Not
talking here? Soul. This one, that the topic is of soul. Na inam chindanti. Chindanti
we
means
can yeah
छेद करना.
find
छेद करना. फाड़ना, whatever. ठीक है, चलेगा. शस्त्राणी.
by any weapons.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Nainam dahati pavakaha.
Dahati means burning.
Thank you. Pavakaha.
And Pavaka fire.
Agni.
Fire. Thank you. Very good. Na chayanam kledyantyaapo. You read it.
Na chainam kledante apo, na sociati marutaha.
We'll just stay on the third line, Prabhuji. Apo. Apo.
Apo
Water.
water.
You can read, Prabhu. Absolutely fine if you're reading. I'm also reading. Huh? So we're all learning. We're all learning here. Kledyanti.
Yes,
Prabhupada writes moistens. So if you put water on something, the things become wet,
moist.
right? Moist or wet, it becomes. So soul cannot be done that. Na shoshayati maruta. What does maruta refers to?
Wind.
Wind. Thank you. Shoshayati sukhana. कपड़े सुखाते हैं. We all put our clothes outside. Shoshayati. Huh? आज अभी पानी बरस रहा है. I put my clothes still wet since morning. Because the hawa is not there. The Maruti is not there. So you understand what are the four qualities? Amrit Prabhu, quickly. What are the four qualities of soul given in 223? Quick.
Yes, it cannot be burned by fire.
Thank you.
It cannot be moistened by water.
Thank
And
you.
it cannot be dried up by wind.
Thank you. Let's read 24. They're very interrelated. We'll come to 23. Achedyoyam adayoyam akledyo shosha evacha nityah sarvagata sthanu achaloyam sanatanaha. Someone can read very quickly the translation. Who has not read as yet? I prefer those devotees to read.
This individual soul is unbreakable and insoluble and can be neither burnt nor dried. He is everlasting, present everywhere, unchangeable, immovable, and eternally the same.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So, achedyoyam. So now in the previous verse, if you remember, I'll just open that previous verse. 23. So we're reading 23 and 24 together. So in the previous verse, Krishna said, Nainam chindanti shastrani. You cannot do ched in there. You cannot pierce the soul, right? Why you can't do that? Because it is achedyo. See, the same words are given, right? Achedya, because it's achedya. Unbreakable, because it's unbreakable. Unbreakable plates. They're all unbreakable or breakable these days. Anyway, they're supposed to be unbreakable. If you throw them, they don't break, huh? So, similarly, the soul is unbreakable because it's unbreakable. So, actually, the origin is given in 224 and 223 is the result of that. So, origin is because soul is achedyo. Ched nahi kar sakte, huh? It's unbreakable. So, because ched nahi kar sakte, if you take a weapon, you take a sword or a spear, can you make a ched in there, Upendra Prabhu? I have the biggest sword in the world. I will make a ched in the soul.
No, Prabhuji.
Forget it. Why? Material versus spiritual, right? Okay, let's go back here. Second, adayoyam. Adayo, unable to be burnt. The quality of this, like even in this material world, we have some, what you call, fire blankets or something like that. Huh? They cannot catch fire. So the soul doesn't catch fire. Is there surprise? No. This is adayo. And that's why Krishna says, Nainam dahati pavakaha. Go back to 224. Akledyo. Akledyo, Prabhupada writes, is insoluble. Even in material world, we have some insolents. You try to mix oil and water together, they don't mix up. Petrol and water don't mix up. When in India, when they sell the petrol, they have to put a special petroleum to make it thin. Not water, they can't use water. So, because akledyo, and it is ashosya. Ashosya refers, it can never be dried. And because of that, this is ashosyati maruta. Is it making sense? 223 and 224? Now, in 224, 9 qualities of the soul is given. So, 4 are related to 223, 5 extra qualities are given. Let's read those 5 qualities. This is line 3 and 4. Nityaha. We already read this word. Nityaha is everlasting or permanent. Sarvagataha. Sarvagata, souls are present everywhere. Now, Mayavadi translation for Sarvagata is soul is present everywhere. Now, soul is present everywhere can be translated in 2 ways. Like you can say, humans are present in every country. That's right sentence, right? And humans are present, okay, let's say humans are present everywhere in the world. It's a right statement. But does it mean humans are present in every single particle of the world? No. So similarly for the soul, Mayavadi translation is Sarvagata, soul, Brahman is present everywhere. But if Brahman, one soul is present everywhere, then why do we say Vasansi Jirnani Yatha Vihaya? What's the point of giving up a dress and accepting another dress? Because there is no such thing called 1 and 2. So their translation is not very nice. So here Sarvagata refers to, our acharyas explained, souls are present everywhere. That means in every place souls can exist. Our modern scientists may not be so modern anymore. They used to think at least that life does not exist anywhere where there's no oxygen and no water. When they see oxygen and water, life will exist there. But now they are finding there are many living entities, even in their knowledge, visible living entities, which are called extremophils. Extremophils are the living entities which lives in extreme condition. A human cannot live even 120 degrees centigrade. Extremophils live in around 2000 degrees centigrade. There are volcanic bacteria visible. In volcanic bacteria like volcano lava, when lava erupts from the volcano, the temperature goes up to 2700 degrees centigrade. There are bacteria in there. So now their previous theory is not valid anymore. So souls can present in a very cold temperature, very hot temperature, where oxygen exists or doesn't exist. There are some bacteria exist, again visible bacteria I'm talking, under the surface bed of sea. Either the bottom of the sea, under that they exist, and they breathe NO2, not O2, oxygen, nitrogen dioxide. They breathe that because their body is made up of that. Prabhupada said the living entities in different bodies are present everywhere. So if the scientists are claiming all the other planets are empty, it's a false claim. Krishna is not so stupid that he will just create all these different housing colonies and there are no people there. Government does that? No. There are more people and less houses. So government has to create more houses. So here Krishna's government has created all these houses, millions of planets, and no living entities are there. This is a stupid argument. So Sarvagata, souls are present everywhere. Yeah, we cannot comprehend how a soul is going to survive without oxygen. That's our limitation. Our limitation. I was reading something probably last year or 2-3 years ago. Science, modern science, I have to say. Actual science actually is theistic science. So when we say modern scientists, mostly refers to atheistic scientists. But anyway, so they are saying they have found a planet which is made up of diamond. You can Google it. So they're also finding, and which planet is that? Sargloka. So they're finding something which is made up of same particles as a diamond is made up of. So, and they're also coming theories that parallel universe, you would have heard about it. So there's so much coming up now. So soul is Sarvagata. Sarvagata refers to souls are present everywhere. It does not mean one soul present everywhere. It means souls can survive in multiple conditions of life. Okay. Isthanu, Prabhupada writes as unchangeable. So soul is not changing as a body is changing. Body goes through 6 changes. Anyone knows what 6 changes are, Acharya Mr. Prabhu? Body undergoes 6 changes.
Childhood.
Okay, it takes birth. First it takes birth.
Okay.
Then it grows. Everybody grows. Whether it's a human body or cheetah body grows. And then it maintains itself for some time. When you become 20 and 30, you get a job or whatever, maintains yourself for some time, and then you get married, you produce some byproducts, and then dwindle. You grow old. Everyone grows old, or only I'm growing old. I hope others as well. And then you die. So there are the 6 changes which applies to only body, not the soul. Your soul is exactly same as you were born in, I don't know, 1975 or whatever it is, or 1995. Anyone born in 2000 plus here? Probably Ram Santosh. Youngest one. Nandini Mataji. There are many actually. So Mataji and Prabhu Ram Santosh, we are from the previous century. Please don't mind. Old people. Okay. Probably I'm the only one from the previous century. Anyway, Isthanu. Achala. Achala refers to Achala. Chala refers to Chalaiman, Gatiman, who can move. Achala means immovable. Soul is immovable. It does not mean, soul is immovable, then Swargloka soul only stays in Swargloka. Not like that. Immovable means no material element can move the soul. I bring a bulldozer or something and I take your soul out of the body. You can't do that. You can't do that. Only Yamadutas or Yamaraj can do that. Actually, they also can't pull directly the soul. In Ajamil case, 6th canto Bhagavatam, you know what happened? They were pulling out the subtle body. Subtle body is material. Subtle body is material. Man, buddhi, ahankar, that's material. So they were putting from Yamapash, which is subtler than the grosser element, which we see as humans, I'm talking, but it's not as subtle as the soul. Some pop-ups are coming here on my screen. Let me switch them off. Okay. So soul is achala, immovable. That means soul will only move on its own desire. You can't put a material element, take a machine gun or take a bulldozer and I'll move. I'll migrate all the South African souls to South Korea or something. You can't do that. You still have to follow the migration process. In Australia, it's pretty tough. People are looking for PRs. It's pretty tough these days. A student knows how difficult it is these days. Okay, I'll finish this and then I'll come back. So I am refers to this soul, and Sanatana. Sanatana Prabhupada is eternally the same. There are no changes here. So what are the 9 qualities given here? Achedyo, Adayo, Akledyo, Ashosya, 4 related to 223. Then 5 more. Nityaha, Sarvagata, Sthanu, that's 3. Achala and Sanatana, 2 more. So that's 4 plus 3 plus 2. There's 9 qualities of the soul given in this particular verse. Yes, Rajesh Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Coming
Krishna.
back to the that subtle body of Ajamil going
Yes.
up, but soul is also present there, isn't
Yes.
it? Like in the
Yes.
subtle body.
Yes. So inside
So
that, soul is encaged. Because soul is identifying itself with the subtle body, the soul is encaged. And that's why
so
Yamdutas
yes.
cannot pull your soul away. You know why? Because you're a devotee. And for a devotee, your subtle body actually is spiritualized. And that's why only Vishnu Duta can take you, not the Yamadutas. Does this make sense? Because you don't have this material identification anymore, or anyone. If he becomes a perfect devotee, these material elements won't work. Even the body, in the body which we call it gross body, is spiritualized. It says, as Prabhupada gave the famous example, if you put an iron rod in the Agni, in the fire, iron rod after some time will act as fire. So when a devotee uses this body in the service of the Lord, this body is fully spiritualized. Is that okay, Prabhuji? Do you have something else to add?
Yeah. But even when the Yamadutas are pulling out the subtle body, the soul is also moving with that subtle body, isn't it?
Yes, because
But
soul, as I said, is identifying itself.
Oh.
Identifying. That's identification is the
Yeah.
only problem which we all having. We are misidentifying at the moment. The day we identify correctly, Jiva Sarupa Krishna Nityadas, you are mukta. You don't have to leave body. You don't have to change any material situations. You are a mukta. You are.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Lakshmi Mataji.
Thank you.
Prabhuji, you mentioned about the 6 changes in the body.
Yes.
I only wrote 5.
Okay.
So the first
So
one
we
is
have Mataji.
birth.
Yes, Mata.
Birth.
Then growth.
Grows.
Maintenance.
Maintains. Dwindle and die.
No, byproduct. He
Huh?
produces byproduct. soul produces byproduct in the body.
Okay.
So
Okay.
every species, will have four common things.
Mm. Thank you.
What are the four common things in every species? Anyone can say? Mahabharat verse, Amrit Prabhu? Yes,
Yeah.
Prabhu. Vedar Prabhu, fatafat.
Food.
Ahar,
Ahar, Nidra,
Bhaya,
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 Maya.
okay?
Yes.
Now, cigarette pina only exists in human beings. Any cheaty smoking cigarette, drinking daru ki cheaty ka bar. Huh? Cheaties don't go to the bar, huh? Only humans go to the bar. Cheaties don't kill, slaughter. They don't create slaughterhouses. Only humans do, huh? Fourth thing, ahar nidra bhai matu. So in these four activities, samanyan etat pashubhir nradana dharmo hi eko adhiko vishesho dharmen hina pashubhir samana. Okay, is it okay, Dakshmi Mata?
Yes, thank you, Prabhu.
Aish Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Prabhu, how is the soul different from Anandamaya Kosh? Like the different koshas, different types of body. Last stage is the Anandamaya Kosh. So
Yeah,
this, I know that the soul is different from that, but how
Yeah,
exactly? What is?
that's the perception of the soul, Prabhu. So what you're talking, the five different koshas, which we'll talk probably in chapter 8, if I'm not wrong. That's a different perception of the soul. Suppose you're a child, your perception of happiness is different than your perception of happiness now. Your mother will give you a little ball, for example. You're very happy playing with the ball. Are you happy playing with the ball anymore? Yeah, a little bit, but not so excited, huh? Mother, I want some bigger toy. Gaur Gopal Prabhu tells that joke. A 4-year-old boy says to mother, "Mother, I love you." Mother says, "I love you, beta." Rajesh Prabhu is laughing. He goes, 9, 10-year-old, "Mother, I love you." "कौन सा खिलौना चाहिए? Which toy you want?" He grows 16, "Mother, I love you." "कौन है? कहाँ रहती है?" "Who's that?" "Where does she live?" He grows to 40 and he says, "Mother, I love you." Mother says, "मैंने कहा था ये शादी मत करना." "I told you not to get married with this one." He goes to 60 and say, "Mother, I love you." And mother says, "मैं किसी भी पेपर पर साइन नहीं करूंगी." "I won't sign on any paper." So, coming back to your question, Ayush Prabhu, this is our perception. So, soul's perception and the most best perception of the soul is Ananda Kosha. Huh? This is not just khane ka saman, bhog ka saman. Anand. So, Jnanamay Kosh and then Ananda Kosh. Okay. We'll read that. Prabhupada has given that in one of the purports. Okay, Aditya Prabhu.
Prabhu, just a quick question. I was wondering, are all the desires exhibited by a person also the desire of their soul?
Yes, they are the desire of the soul only, not of the body. Your body, sorry, my body is dead. It's made up of dead matter. It's the soul's presence. And as I was talking about sukha and dukkha, so in certain situations, Prabhuji, you may feel sukha. I may feel in the same situation dukkha. So your soul, suppose, is purified. Then you feel sukha in every material situation. You see, our acharyas are praying. See, our prayers and our acharyas' prayers are very, very different. Our prayers are dhanam dehi, vidya dehi, aishwarya dehi. We are keep asking dehi, dehi, dehi. But our acharya is asking always. They're never asking about some material adjustments. They're always asking about devotees association, Krishna seva, or going to serve Krishna in a spiritual body in a specific way. That's called Lalsa Mai, for example. So, Prabhu, every single desire is soul's desire. At the moment, most of us have wrong desires, and that's why we are suffering in this material world. When our desires of the same soul are purified, we don't identify happiness with those bad desires. We identify with good desires, then we actually feel happiness here as well as once we leave the body, we join back in Golok Vrindavan. That making sense? Yeah. So
Yes,
desire is coming from soul only. That's why everyone is so different, because their conditioning is different. Yeah. Okay. Upendra Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, just a question, because earlier you mentioned Mayavadis, and it is said that even Mayavadis quote from Bhagavad Gita a lot
Yes.
of times, although
Yes.
they change the meaning.
Yes.
But Prabhu, like when Krishna says in the same Bhagavad Gita, Aham sarvasya prabhavo mata sarvam pravartate, or manmana bhav mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru, then the meaning is pretty straightforward. So
Yes,
how
that's
do
what you are saying.
how do
He-
they like
yeah.
misinterpret and like
Yeah.
wrongly present it
Yeah.
to
So
others.
I'll tell you in nutshell, Prabhuji. There's a whole different theory there, but you are saying it's a pretty straightforward. They don't. You know what they say? And I've never read Mayavadi books to be very honest, but I've heard in lectures. The way they present, it's not Krishna saying about himself, like himself as a body, which is also a wrong conception. Krishna's body and soul is not different. They say their explanation of these verses, which is so straightforward. Mama, 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 mama is always. They say mama refers to the Brahman within Krishna, which itself is a wrong philosophy. There's no within Krishna. For us, within is there. I agree, right? For you, me, within is there. Huh? Our soul is different than our body. But Krishna's body and soul is same. There is no other body and now Krishna is in this body, Krishna in another. No such thing for Krishna. His body is transcendental. Angani yasa sakalindi vritti. His every anga can act as a different anga. He can eat with his eyes. Jagannath ji eat with his eyes. No problem. Can you eat? You will die. At least you'll get sick. Huh? So their conceptions are pretty vague and they struggle. They struggle to explain those verses, and that's why they use word jugglery. And people get lost in the word jugglery, and that's why Prabhupada named our Bhagavad Gita as Bhagavad Gita as it is. As it is. I was listening to some lecture, and the speaker was saying, I think Chaitanya Charan Prabhu, he was saying someone else in a modern time recently has written a Bhagavad Gita, and his commentary is named as Bhagavad Gita as it was. Is competing with the Skon Bhagavad Gita, and he has named his Bhagavad Gita as it was. And Prabhu was saying in future version, someone will write Bhagavad Gita as it will be. People are just, twisting the concepts just to prove they are right. But Prabhupada said very nicely throughout the Bhagavad Gita, many authors, if not all, they kill Krishna and they present their ideas. What I'm trying to do, Prabhupada is saying, I'm trying to present what Krishna wants to present through Bhagavad Gita, not what I want to present as a conditioned soul.
Prabhuji, are they not afraid that they'll go?
Just last thing.
Yeah, yes, Prabhu.
So they use a lot of word jugglery to present these verses and they struggle. And as soon as some verses come where you can say a Vaishnava explanation will be like little less, they expand on those verses. Like we give quotes of mama, 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 they give quotes of those verses. They also have their own, reference guides, quick reference guide. Bhagavad Gita 108. So your 108 verses may differ from their 108 verses because they are picking those verses where they can expand themselves nicely. But on the same time, Shankaracharya, okay, many past times there, but one past, Shankaracharya never wrote commentary on Bhagavatam. Because Bhagavatam is very hard to misinterpret. Very, very hard to miss. Bhagavad Gita, maybe some sections, but Bhagavatam is very. Shankaracharya did not bother to write commentary on Bhagavatam, although he did write on Bhagavad Gita. And when Ramanujacharya came, his commentary on Bhagavad Gita, if I'm not wrong, is called Sharirik Bhashya. Ramanujacharya wrote Sri Bhashya. Ramanujacharya is counter-arguing Shankaracharya in his Sri Bhashya, left, right, center, left, right, center. Shankaracharya's argument is this, my argument is that. This is like a full debate going on in books. Sri Bhashya is just counter-arguing. So maybe you can refer to that.
Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhu, there's one Mayavadi philosopher who's written like 6 volumes on Bhagavad Gita, and all are like one shloka he's made like just 10 pages of interpretation and all nonsense.
All nonsense. You have read it?
I was reading like summary, I could make out like he's talking about in my Brahman, like Sarva Dharman Parityajya also he's made it as Krishna's talking about his Brahman. Everything somehow
Yes,
relates to
Brahman.
Brahman.
Yeah. Just a note of caution for everyone. Our acharyas, our gurus, sometime directly, sometime indirectly, strongly say, even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Mayavadi bhashya shunibe hoile sarvanash. So we should be very, very cautious. If there is a commentary on Mayavadi, our gurus can read. Their level is quite different, but we should not. So I've never tried to read or even listen anything. So be safe because we may be not able to grasp everything what they are trying to write. So it's very safe if we read just our Prabhupada books or our Acharya's book, then we are safe. Once we reach to some bigger mature level, then maybe for a service we may be able to read those books. For us right now it's best to just refer to Prabhupada books. Okay, last one. Srinivas Prabhuji.
Prabhu, this is the Bhagavad Gita by the Radha Krishnan. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan.
Hare Krishna. Yeah.
He
This
is
is President of India.
our second President of India.
Yes. Yeah.
Here in his Bhagavad Gita, he never mentioned Krishna. He mentioned only God.
Yeah. So yeah, best is not to read those books. We are very fortunate to have in touch with Srila Prabhupada, and we have very nice Vaishnava commentary on our books. Okay. Should we go forward, Srinivas Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. So that's Prabhu is showing a live example. I've never seen that book, to be honest. I've heard about it, never seen it. Like I have more than enough to read myself, where I have time for other reading. Okay, 225. Who can read quickly? Who has not read? Sarva Jiveshwari Mataji. Would you like to read this Sanskrit?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Just read Sanskrit,
Yes,
Prabhu.
please. Yeah.
Okay. Avyaktoyam achintoyam avikaryoyam ujyate tasmat evam viditvainam nanu sochitam arhasi. It is said that the soul is invisible, inconceivable, and immutable. Knowing this, you should not grieve for the body.
Thank you. So avyakta. So vyakta in Hindi is called vyakti. Vyakti. Vyakti means low. So vyakta refers to manifested. Avyakta refers to unmanifested. Avyakto ayam. Ayam is this soul. Idam ayam. Enam. They're all referring to this soul because that's the topic which is going on. So soul is what? Avyakta, unmanifested. You cannot see from your physical gross eyes a soul. Achintyo. Chinta refers to, everyone knows the word chinta? I'm sure everyone knows because they're drowned in the chinta day and night. But devotee is not drowned in chinta, they are drowned in chintan. So try. I'm also struggling, but our target is from chinta to chintan of Krishna. So when we do chintan of Krishna, our chinta goes away. When we don't do chintan of Krishna, then chinta comes. So don't do chinta, do chintan. Because chinta, it says, will only go with chitta. Chitta means funeral pyre, when your body dies at the end. So devotee is trying at least to make this chinta into chintan. So achintyo means you cannot think about it. That means inconceivable. Here inconceivable does not refer to fully inconceivable. Here inconceivable refers to on our own we cannot think soul will be like this. When I was very, very young, there was a poetry. I don't know whether I can recall the whole thing, but भगवान कैसा होगा मीठा होगा कड़वा होगा रसगुल्ले सा खट ऐसा कुछ था something like that. So they are just making speculation on how God it will be, how God will be. Read Brahma Samhita. Vedum Kurantam Arvinda Dalayaksham Barhavatam Asidam Sundarangam. So all the descriptions of Krishnas are given in Srimad Bhagavatam, NOD, Brahma Samhita. So why we have to speculate? So if you're doing speculation, soul is achintya. You cannot do any experiment and come up with this theory. I think soul will be like that. No, you will be wrong, completely wrong. So this is on our own. We cannot do chintan. Chintan of soul. So this achintya refers to inconceivable from that perspective. Avikaryo. Vikar refers to transformation. So our body is vikari or avikari? Our body is vikari, avikari. Vikar means transformation. Ayush Prabhu.
Our body is changeable.
So is it vikari or avikari?
Vikari.
Thank you. So vikar means it's constantly changing. Even in this class, it's constantly changing. Our cells are constantly dying and taking birth. Constant. It's a constant movement. Millions of cells die in our body on a daily basis. But soul, avikari. No transformation takes place in soul. Soul was Indian citizenship earlier. Now it has become Australian citizenship. Tomorrow it will become UK citizenship. Avikari. No, it will not happen. Okay, if someone has a question, please tell me because I'm not reading the chat. Ram Santosh. Ram Santosh, can you please ask your question? I'm not having the chat open.
Sorry, but I'm just worried that the echo is going to come again. So
okay, maybe your father can mute. Srinivas, you can mute.
It's mute.
No, you're not mute, Prabhuji. Yeah, now. Ram Santosh, try now.
Yes, Prabhu. No, I was just I was
Okay.
asking,
Sorry.
does
go on.
the soul have its own brain, or does it like make its own
Okay.
or does it use the brain of the human mind to make its own decisions?
Okay, so soul doesn't have a brain. That's the first answer. It uses the human brain. Yes, that's the correct understanding. At this stage, that's the facility given to us. Like a car doesn't have its own brain. Now you can say, okay, Tesla have some chips. Okay, that chip is made by humans. So that's the human brain, you can say, right? So the driver is needed. So when you're driving Ram Santosh Prabhu, your car, you have to be present, isn't it? Huh? So the car is using your brain, so you speed up to 120, and then your father says, slow down, slow down, there's a camera coming up. Huh? So the point is, soul uses current human brain to express its desires. Now, the soul originally has brain? No, soul has a swarupa. Soul, like Krishna, there's no difference between the soul has another body, soul has swarupa. If that answers your question, Prabhu.
So does it remember the past experiences and stuff like that?
Yes, the impressions are there, Prabhu, and that's called the subtle body, Man Buddhi Hankar, which is made up of your experiences, good or bad. Suppose you got burned today from a hot tawa, then tomorrow you'll remember, oh, yesterday I got burned, so today I should not touch the hot tawa, right? Similarly, soul stores all the experiences you are going through, and that's why I say you should expose yourself to the positive experiences, not negative experiences, and ideally, spiritual experiences, not only positive experiences. And slowly your impressions in the mind, which is the storehouse at the moment, will change, and your man, buddhi, ahankar will change. Your ahankar will change. Instead of identifying yourself as a body, you will identify as Krishna's servant. Your man will change. Man will have good desire to serve Krishna, and your buddhi, intelligence, will be used. How can I serve Krishna today? Although it's raining outside, what can I do to serve Krishna? Because you have that desires, if that makes sense.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah, okay. Upendra Prabhu, a quick one.
It's not a question, Prabhu. Maybe we can take it at the end.
Yeah, okay, we'll do that, Prabhuji. Okay. So we are reading the soul qualities. Tasmad evam viditvanam. So tasmad evam viditvanam. So vidhi, vid refers to, who can say? Vid means, Amrit Prabhu, vid. Quick.
Knowing.
Knowing. Thank you, Prabhuji. So viditvanam. So tasmad evam viditvanam. What does Amrit Prabhu means? Tasmad, therefore, evam, this one, what I just told you, viditvanam. So knowing this, what I've just told you, nanu sochitum arhasi. तुम्हें नहीं सोचना चाहिए. Is it heavy verse or easy verse?
Easy.
Very easy. Thank you. I want to hear from every single one of you. Prabhu, these verses are so nice. They are so easy verses. They're very meaningful. They're easy verses. Na anusochitam arhasi. Sochitam, we have used this word many, many times. So na anusochitam arhasi. So please do not lament. Consistently, Krishna is giving this message in this section to Arjuna. Please do not lament. Please do not lament. Even if you think soul is not made up of spiritual element, Krishna says 226. Who can read? Very quickly. Who hasn't read? Anyone?
If, however, you
Prabhuji,
think that...
Sanskrit first. So for new verses, we read the Sanskrit. It's very purifying.
Sorry.
No problem.
Atha chainam nityajatam nityam va manayase mritam tathapi tvam mahabaho nainam sochitum arhasi. If, however, you think that the soul or the symptoms of life will always be born and die forever, you still have no reason to lament, O mighty aunt.
Thank you, Prabhu. So, athacha enam, similar words we are using from the past. Nitya jatam. Nitya refers to always. Jatam refers to what is jatam? Jat karma sanskar. Janma, ja, pankaja. Pank plus ja. So, jatam refers to here. Who can say? Very difficult question. Janma. Nitya jatam. If you think jatam is go, no, that's gamanam. Gamanam, gamadhatu. That means to go. Agamo, apaino. We read that 214. Anyway, jatam. Ja refers to, mostly you will see ja is in use in terms of janma, appearance or birth, whatever you want to call. So nitya jatam. Even if you consider soul does not have that quality which I have explained, Krishna has explained, just worst case. Now this is a philosophy of atheism. Krishna is putting this philosophy in Srimad Bhagavad Gita as well as in Bhagavatam, where in Bhagavatam Krishna puts the philosophy of atheism. Aish Prabhu, quick.
Sorry, Prabhu, I didn't quite catch that question completely.
Okay, Krishna has put the philosophy of sort of atheism, karma mimamsa, that's the actual word, in Bhagavatam. कर्म पर विश्वास करो, कोई गॉड वॉड नहीं है, देयर इज नो गॉड, कर्म ही सब कुछ है.
10th canto, he is talking to all the Brijvasis.
हरि बोल, थैंक यू, बहुत पढ़ा लिखा सोच से, थैंक यू. So just pre Govardhan Puja, when Indra Puja is going on, Krishna is speaking with Vasudev and the Brajavasis. They say, कौन गॉड, हु इंद्रा, कर्म ही पूजा है, कर्म से ही सब कुछ है. हाँ, कर्म करो. इंद्र तो जस्ट फल देना ही पड़ेगा उनको. इंद्र हैज टू गिव द fruits of rain. So now Krishna is putting the similar atheism philosophy here, or modern definitions. So modern, there's no God, right? Body is made up of chemicals. One scientist, non-ISKCON obviously, this is in Radhe Shyam Prabhu's seminar. He has analyzed the body, and I don't remember the exact constituents of it, but there's this much phosphorus, this much oxygen, this much chloride, this. All together, if you have to buy those many chemicals, 100-gram chemicals in the market, they only cost 140 rupees. So your body, Amrit Prabhu's, only costs $3, and mine as well. Nowadays, $2.50 actually. Rupee has gone down. Nandini Mata, you happy with that or not happy? Our body only costs $2.50, less than a cost of a 1-liter bottle of water. Are we happy with this fact? Mata is happy. Anyone happy? Your body costs $2.50. You earn at least $150,000 with this body when you go to work. How come this foolish theory can exist? Yeah? Your body only costs $2.50 or $2, something like that. This is just foolish. How can they say like that? There was one player, football player, I don't remember the name. My GK is pretty good. Anyway, his one leg was having insurance of $10 million. If something happens to his one leg, $10 million for one leg. And his body cost is only $2.50. Anyway, so Krishna is putting similar philosophy here, but look at that. Even if you look from that perspective, soul nitya jatam means always takes birth. That means your body takes birth with the soul, like Christians say. Christians say, body takes birth and body dies. So soul takes birth. They exist. They accept the concept of soul, but they say soul also dies with the death, which we don't agree with. But if you agree with that, nitya jatam, soul is always taking birth. Nityam va manasya mritam, और मर जाती है. समझ रहे हो? So soul exists, soul takes birth with the body, and soul dies with the body. So birth happens, death happens, and there's nothing beyond to it. This is a modern definition, right? There's nothing beyond. एक ही जीवन है, आराम से जियो. Triple B, beach, barbecue, beer. What God, what afterlife? Nityam va manasya mritam. Tathapi tvam mahabaho. Even in that situation, mahabaho. What nainam sochitam arsi. $2.50 loss. Are you going to cry on that? Everyone can afford that. $2.50 loss. Who will cry? So why are you crying? You are a mahabaho. You are a mahabaho. You are such a strong person. Why are you sort of crying for the loss of this $2.50 basically? Even if you consider soul does not take rebirth, nitya jatam and nitya mritam. Even there's no question of being lamented in that situation. So please do not lament. 27. This is a famous verse. Let's do this one nicely. Who can read? Everyone knows this one. Who hasn't read as yet? Iramata, would you like to read?
जातस्य हि ध्रुवो मृत्युर्ध्रुवं जन्मामृतस्य च तस्मात् अपरिहार्ये अर्थात्.
Apariharyarthe. Apari, you can break the word, Mataji. So apari, you can have one word, and harye, second word. Arthe is the third word. Apariharyarthe.
तस्मात् अपरिहार्ये.
Thank you.
न त्वं शोचितुम् अर्हसि.
Thank you.
One who has taken his birth is sure to die, and after death, one is sure to take birth again. Therefore, in the unavoidable discharge of your duty, you should not lament.
Thank you. So this theme again, consistent theme. I don't know, like 5 times Krishna has said, Natam sochitam arhasi. Please do not lament. What's the message for us? Who can say? Anyone? Premanand Prabhuji? Natam sochitam arhasi.
You don't have to lament.
When?
In
When
any
we should.
in
Thank you. He's a devotee. So, in any circumstances, and mostly, as I said, humans live in lamentation, shoka. Devatas live in? Devatas live in? Acharya Mishra Prabhu? Anyone? Upendra Prabhu?
Boga.
Bhoga. And lower species live in?
Bhaya.
Bhaya.
Huh? Humans live in?
Chinta.
Sota.
Chinta. Socha. Not you guys, you are devotees. You guys are Chinta Mukta. Krishna Bhakta Bindas. Maya Bhakta Sada Udas. You are a Maya Bhakta or Krishna Bhakta? I hope Krishna Bhakta. They're all cheerful faces. Some are down. 6:30 बजे हुए हैं वेट कर रहे हैं be 9:15 not 6:30 9:15 nice we are reading Bhagavad Gita now you have a boring speaker that's a different story but Bhagavad Gita is very nice I'm definitely not nice but Bhagavad Gita is nice so we are reading Bhagavad Gita here natvam sochitamarasi do not lament huh? Why Krishna say jatasya what does jatasya mean quickly same word coming again and again and again and again Aditya Prabhu you said something
Or is it Janma?
Thank you, Dhruva. We have Dhruv Prabhu in our temple. We have Dhruv Maharaj in Srimad Bhagavatam. What does Dhruva mean?
It's like
Atal.
Atal, thank you. Very nice word. I love that word. Atal. Dhruva. So Atal means jisko tala nahi ja sakta. Yeah, you cannot postpone. It has to happen. So Aditya Prabhu, Jatasrihi Dhruva Mrityu. What does this line mean? Mrityu, all understand.
so one who has taken birth, like they will certainly face death, like that it is fixed.
Haribol. See, now Aditya Prabhu is able to translate the verses. Everyone should be able to. Jatasrihi Dhruvo Mrityur. If you have taken this body, you are supposed to die. It will happen. There's no exception to it. So if someone dies, okay, it's supposed to happen. Second line, Dhruvam, again, similar words, Janma Mritasya cha. And who has, okay, so second it says, Janma Mritasya cha. So if you have died, you will take birth again. And if you have taken birth, you will die again. Is it clear? So if you die, you will definitely take birth again. Now, where you take birth, that's a question. You take birth in another body, or you take birth in Devaloka, you go back to Golok Vrindavan, or in the spiritual world, right? But you will take birth again. That tasmad apariyarthe, as Mataji said, apariyarthe means atal. So इसमें सोचने का नहीं है. You should not lament on this. Na tvam sochito maharasi. So this verse is very, very nice, very famous verse. It's a key verse as well. I'm not talking from exam perspective. I'm just talking from our learnings perspective. An exam syllabus can be different. But yeah, please remember this verse. And this refers to a lot of philosophy in our life. So we should not lament on a birth or death because it's a cycle going on. 228. Who can read? I'll just go to the second page. I haven't. Preeti Mata. Sorry, I'm mostly on the first page, so we don't look at the second page devotees, but we start from backwards now. Would you like to read this verse, Mataji?
Did you ask me, Prabhu?
Preeti Mataji. Sorry.
Shall I read the verse also,
Yes,
Prabhu?
please, Mataji.
अव्यक्तादीनि भूतानि व्यक्तमद्यानि भारत अव्यक्त्या निधनानि वा तत्र का परिदेवना. Translation: all created beings are unmanifested in their beginning, manifest in their interim state, and unmanifest again with annihilate. So what need is there for lamentation?
Thank you, Mataji. Avyakta dini. So we have read this word vyakta and avyakta. Vyakta refers to manifested, avyakta refers to unmanifested. So avyakta dini bhutani. So here bhutani refers to the jivatma. So jivatma in the beginning is avyakta. Before you have taken birth in whatever family you have taken birth, before that, where you were. Anyone remembers? I don't. Any bhavishyavani karta? So anyone remembers? No. Where we were, it's called unmanifested. Even if you remember 1, 2, 3, 4 births before that, where you were, unmanifested. We'll read that in 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Avyakta dini bhutani. So bhutani, jiva was avyakta. Now suppose you were born on, I don't know, 5th of May 1985, for example. So before 5th of May 1985, Acharya Prabhu, what? 2:34 p.m. for example, just to be more specific. So before 2:34 p.m. on 5th of May 1985, Acharya Prabhu was avyakta, for example. Is that right, Acharya Nirsa Prabhu? Or close?
Almost close, bro.
Hari
82.
Bo!
82, Prabhu, 82.
Hare Krishna. Okay, thank you. I
Remember
didn't
that.
mean to ask your date of birth. Anyway, the point is, before that he was Avyakta. Now he became Vyakta in 1982, in that particular month, particular day, particular time. This says Vyakta Madhyani, in Madhya, right? This is your interim state. You are on a journey, and this is a part of journey. You landed in this body, you landed on a particular desh, you landed in particular family, you got a particular color, particular dhana, and whatever, right? That's Madhya. And after, what will happen? After this body time is over, yamas karuna nasti, avyakta nidhana neva. So what will happen? You will become avyakta again. So before you were avyakta, unmanifested. In the middle you become vyakta, and after that, what you will become? Avyakta again. So you became, after death I'm talking, what you were originally. Is it something to lament about? You came from India to Australia and you went back to India. Now you start crying. Pare, chala gaya, chala gaya, chala gaya. India से ही आया था. He came from India, some devotee visiting from Mayapur. They came from Mayapur, they did some programs in Sydney, and they went back. Acharya Nirsa Prabhu, now you start crying? नहीं, जहां से आए थे वहां चले गए. So हम जहां से आए हैं, where we came from, Garima Mata, is it something to lament about when we go back? But we still cry. We still cry. So it's just at least theoretically we can understand this. So there's nothing to lament about because we came from Golok Vrindavan. We are in the earth planets today in Sydney, tomorrow somewhere else, and then we go back there. So what is the need of lamentation? So Krishna is saying, Avyakta Dini Bhutani. Bhutani, in the past it was Avyakta, unmanifested. In the middle it becomes manifested in the body of Ram Santosh Prabhu or in the body of others. And then after some time, what will happen? This body will get annihilated and will become Avyakta again. So we came from Avyakta, we went back to Avyakta. So actually, what is the transitory role? The middle one is the transitory role, which we find as permanent, and that's why we lament. But actually, it's a transitory role, it's a middleman. Okay, Tatra ka parideva. There's nothing to lament about. Okay, take 29. Who can read this?
I read Prabhu.
Yes, anyone.
Ascharyavat pashyati kaschit enam. Ascharyavat vadati tataiva chanyaha. Ascharyavat chainam anyaha shrunoti. Vapi enam vedana chaiva kaschit. Translation: some look on the soul as amazing, some describe him as amazing, and some hear of him as amazing, while others, even after hearing about him, cannot understand him at all.
Thank you, Mataji. Now the word him Prabhupada is using here. So now soul is a neutral gender. It's not he or she. But Prabhupada, for a conventional purpose, just using this word because he has to present the idea. But understand, this is just a conventional use. It's not, okay. Male souls are described in Bhagavad Gita. What about female souls? There's no such thing called male and female on a soul's perspective. Okay. Now, the four qualities are given here, and I'll distinguish, try to distinguish. Asharya, 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 Asharya. So Asharyavat Pashyati Kashit Enam. So Kashit Enam, just start from here. Kashit, some people. Some people. Pashyati. Pashyati word is very, very common. It's very easy. See. Asharyavat. See soul, because we're talking about the soul. Enam refers to soul. Enam refers to this one, soul. Some people see soul with Asharya. Oh, is it like that? Is it like that? Oh, really? With Asharya, with so much astonishment, they see soul as. Tathaiva chanya, cha anya, anya, some others, vadati with Asharya. Vadati means bolte hain. They speak about soul with Asharya. Is 1/10,000 tip of the hair, and then it is very, very small. It's aprameya, it's anashino, it's avyaya. They talk about the soul with Asharya, with astonishment. Anyaha, other people, with Asharya. What do? Shranoti, they hear about it. Really? Srinivas Prabhu is giving a class and I'm hearing, he's talking about soul qualities and I'm hearing, and I'm becoming astonished. The three types of people in the first three lines are described. One which sees soul with Asharya, with astonishment. One who Vadati is speak about soul with astonishment, and one with Shranoti, listen, hear about soul with astonishment. Because this is not a normal one, right? This is not a celebrity gossip magazine, huh? This celebrity went this celebrity did this, and they went to this party, this dress. No, this is all about soul. And you see outside, we go to some uni classes, and many students doesn't know about it, and they become very astonished. Really, really. Once Prabhupada was giving a class, and Prabhupada said, "I'm not this body." So hippies thought, okay, Prabhupada, because he's special, he is not his body, but we are our body. Another place, one preacher was giving class, and he said, "We are not our body." So other people are, if we are not my body, whose body I am? If I'm not my body, whose body I am? They have locked up in this concept of this body is me. Car and driver is completely different things. Car and drivers are not same. So driver, soul is different from the car, body. Huh? So people behave with this knowledge with ashcharya, with astonishment. The three categories. What's the fourth category? Shrutvapi, Shrutva api, Shrutva, even sunne ke baad, even after hearing about the soul knowledge, Ved na kaschit, kuch ghusta nahi hai. You getting it? Nothing goes inside. You guys don't know. Yes, kaun wala, huh? What you will understand. Come and enjoy. What soul, this and that. So even after hearing the knowledge about soul, many people walk out of the class, isn't it? They don't understand. Now, how many are doing Bhakti Sastri? Okay, you are like, I don't know, 45 or something like that. Huh? Everyone should learn this knowledge. Every single person should learn this knowledge. But we can count how many devotees are there around the world. Huh? But every jiva has the potential to become devotee. Huh? But at the moment, many hear the knowledge, see, experience it, but they say, "No, no, no, I don't believe all this. I don't believe you can believe it. I don't believe it. I'm an atheist." Huh? Whatever. So this is a very nice verse. We'll do the last verse. It's a small one. It's the last verse in this series of Atma Gyan, and then we'll stop. Hari Gopal Prabhu, would you like to read? Prabhu, you are still on mute. Yeah.
देहि नित्यम् अवध्योऽयं देहे सर्वस्य भारत तस्मात् सर्वाणि भूतानि न त्वं शोचितुम् अर्हसि. O descendant of Bharata, he who dwells in the body can never be slain. Therefore, you need not grieve for any living being.
Thank you. So Dehi, Dehi word is getting used again and again. That's what we saw. So Dehi Nityam. So Dehi, which is soul, is Nitya. Avadhyoyam. Avadhyo. Avadhyo refers to Avadha. Vadha means to kill. Avadha. You cannot kill. You cannot kill because it's Nityam. Dehe Sarvasya Bharata. So Deha, Sharir Sarvasya Bharata. So this Sharir is everywhere. Dehi is Nityam Avadhyoyam. Tasmat Sarvani Bhutani. This happens to all the jivas. It's not like specific souls. Only Indian souls don't die. Australian souls do. American souls maybe after 5 years. No. Tasmat Sarvani Bhutani. Sarvani refers to all the bhutas, all the jivas, all the souls have same qualities. Whether it's an ant soul or a human soul or demigod soul. Natvam Sochitam Arhasi. Please do not lament. Huh? So this is the section from 211 to 230. Which is explained by Krishna about the Atma Gyan. Very, very important section. This is where Krishna starts this whole knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. We'll expand the significance of this knowledge maybe in the next class in the beginning. But we have sort of finished this section here of Atma Gyan. This is the response of Arjuna's first argument, which was compassion. Now, next section will start from 231 to 237. This will be the next counter argument of Arjuna. Okay, I'll stop here. It's 9:05.